Hello, amazing viewers. Good day to you all. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. And so, how people defecting to the APC and endorsing Tinubu. Now, so we all equally get people where they come out from the APC. In fact, these people feel that they are not comfortable working with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. First, it was the brother of Dati, Ahmed Hakim. And then, I think sometime last week or thereabout, I think I've seen like two or three report about people under Tinubu's cabinet resigning. Right now, as I speak to you, one of the special advisor to Tinubu has tendered a letter of resignation. Tinubu, at the end of the day, this 2027, it go really hot for him body. Like seriously, it's gonna be hot on the guys on Tinubu's body, even the APC. Because from the look of things, a lot of people were pretty uncomfortable, with how the administration is being run, how, Tinubu is handling the affairs of Nigeria. And trust me, a lot of people, are pretty uncomfortable. And even within the APC, sure, you see Senator Aliu Audu yesterday, the way where he just come and talk as he be. Say, yeah, so he was there when people were endorsing, but he wasn't part of those people that endorsed Tinubu because the truth is that he went for a summit, so it reached time for endorsement. He no go sit down and endorse rubbish. He had to walk away. So we will find out that before 2027, a lot of people might end up, leaving Tinubu because of the way he has decided, to handle the affairs of the nation. Now, I'm going to be reading part of what has been reported. That's just the, the resignation letter I'm showing you, which some media reports have really carried out. I'm going to try as much as I can to read the body out so you can hear what he said in the letter. But before I get to do that, let me quickly show us this video where in a long time, how many years down the line, we have the family of Abacha, the wife precisely, Miriam Abacha, coming out, to talk about the Abacha's regime. And the thing just diverts me somehow, because I do not understand how a looted phone suddenly became the money that your husband kept for Nigeria. You see, this is what they talk about, say gay people were actually supposed to rot in jail. Like they're supposed to be in prison, but here they are still given the platform to come and talk. And it's pretty annoying to me. So in a long while, she's breaking silence for the very first time. So I'm going to show you a little cliplet from what she said, and then we'll be back, because from the look of things, she's trying to exonerate the husband from all the allegations of, money laundering and all that.
Would you say that all of these claims are accurate, especially with all of these repatriations of funds and all of them, credited to the monies stashed abroad under the military administration of the late General Sani Abacha?
Who is the witness of the monies that were being stashed? Did you see the signature or the evidence of any monies stashed abroad? And the monies that my husband kept for Nigeria, in a few months, the monies vanished. People are not talking about that. Why are you blaming somebody for is that tribalism or religious program, or what is the problem with Nigerians? I pray for Nigerians. I pray for all of us. I pray that we should have goodness in our hearts. We should stop telling lies and blaming people. Why are we so bad towards each other? Because somebody is a northerner or a southerner, somebody is a Muslim or a Christian, or somebody is nice, or it's not fair. I think the press should try, the press should try to educate the people. You are here to educate the people, to inform the people, and to entertain. You are here to help the country. You are not here to bastardize people.
Indeed.
People are not that bad. People are not. When things are happening, you are not talking about. 27 years ago, you are still talking about him. Abacha must be very powerful. Abacha must be very loved by all of you, by all of Nigerians, by all of us. We thank God for that. Because Nigerians are fools. They listen to everything. Babangida doesn't make Nigeria alone. Abacha does not make Nigeria alone. Abiola and everybody, nobody is big enough for Nigeria. We are all very important. Even the single man on the street is very important. We are all human beings, for goodness sake. All this wahala should stop. Babangida cannot make things or make things. Shi ma yaji da kansa kawai, gaskiya.
Okay. She said the husband kept money for Nigeria. I beg, which money did the husband keep for Nigeria? I really want to understand. Yeah, some of us don't really know much about the Abacha's administration, but from what we've read and the stories we've heard, and even more stories we've been seeing, you know, up until this moment, you could tell that this person in question stole a lot. He stole so much from the nation. He stole so much. Even though there were reports that yes, as at that time, his economy, you know, the economy grew under him, but then he stole. They say he came in power in 1990. Then from that 1990, he stayed up until 1998 when he died. And in that period of time, I have never seen anyone that actually said good of him. He was a dictator. Oh, he was, you know, a very wicked ruler. He was this, he was that, he was this. Which I believe it is the truth. People are still talking about your husband 27 years later because every single year we keep hearing that money looted, stashed away by the Abacha administration is coming to Nigeria. They want to return. In how many years so far? Over 2 to 5 billion naira. Billion dollar, not even naira. We don't hear say they don't repatriate and come back. So why is she making it look as if everybody's ganging up against the husband? Why is she making it look as if everybody's ganging up? Or is she not aware of some of the deeds of the husband? I do not even want to believe so. I do not want to believe that she's not aware. She must be aware of every single deed that the husband has done. You cannot come out and tell us here that your husband, because Nigerians keep calling your husband, then you come out and tell us here, Abacha must be a good waiting for Nigerians to be remembering him after 27 years and all that. So even if he died 50 years ago, and then it's been noticed that this person in question stole from Nigeria, the treasury of the nation, nobody should talk. Even as at 2024, there were still reports of, you know, repatriation of funds. So what exactly is she trying to tell us? Look, it would have been better she didn't come out to say anything. After all, they've been quiet all this while. Even when Babangida did his book launch and laid, you know, revealed so much which he heaped on the deceased, the family didn't say anything. They just came out and just, you know, dropped 1 or 2 tweets here and there, and that was the end of it. They've not said anything all this while. So I would have loved a situation where she just kept quiet, then come out and say, Nigerians, why are they calling the husband? After how many years, the husband kept money for Nigeria. Nobody is talking about it. He kept money or he stole money. Which one is it? As being alleged, they say he stole. And we have seen, you know, how they've been repatriating money all this while. Like, I took some time to just, you know, read about the whole Abacha loot. And I say, oh more, this man don't really carry. This man don't really carry. Like, I took the liberty to write out some, which even though I'm just showing you part of, you know, the ones, you know, I just saw. But let me just read out a little. They said in 2012, that Switzerland returned $500 million. In 2005, there was a return by the same Switzerland, $458 million. Then in 2017, there was a return of $321 million by Switzerland. That man must really love Switzerland. Then in 2020, US and Jersey, a British territory, returned $311 million. Then in 2023, there was a return of $23 million. Now, not be all. That's not even the end of it. I also stumbled on this thing, one of the newspaper, Premium Times, where, you know, they took time to talk a little about the Abacha loot. Now, I'm going to also read that out for you to hear. Now, to tell you, say this man don't really wreak havoc. My only problem is that, you know, till this moment, the whole money recovered, we never really see or get detailed explanation as to where the money is going to, what it has been used for. Because so far so good, we dey hear all these billions and billions of dollars, millions of dollars being repatriated, yet wetin these people dey go borrow, e don't even pass wetin the man in question loot and where did I even repatriate. I'm going to read part of what Premium Times reported on Abacha's loot for us to hear before we come back. Now, one of the reports of Premium Times on Abacha loot says the total amount of looted funds recovered from late head of state General Sani Abacha in the past 24 years has been put at $3.65 billion. This was revealed by an infographic by the BBC with data gathered from the federal government, World Bank and Transparency International. It showed that while in 1998 a total of $750 million was recovered from the late head of state's family, in year 2000 $64 million was recovered from Switzerland. In 2002, $1.2 billion was recovered from the Abacha's family. In 2003, $160 million and $88 million were recovered from Jersey and Switzerland, respectively. And in 2005, another $461.3 million was returned back to the country from Switzerland. Also, in 2006, Nigeria was also fortunate to have received another $44.1 million from Switzerland. In 2014, $227 million was recovered from Liechtenstein. In 2018, another $322 million from Switzerland. In 2020, a total of $311.7 million was repatriated from the US, and also recently an agreement was signed for another $23 million to be sent from the US. The list goes on and on, not just Premium Times alone. Even some, international media outlets, have reports on the Abacha's loot. So what the wife is trying to tell Nigerians is more like you coming to gaslight Nigerians, and it doesn't tell well at all. Before the end of the day or before the end of the week, you see a lot of people coming out to talk about this Abacha loot. So it would have been better she never came out to say anything whatsoever at all, because you have nothing in your husband's defense. Even from the family, look at the humongous amount that was even recovered from them to tell you, say, money in this country. And how many of them don't go prison from the family? How many of them they don't hold accountable? What they did was to recover money from there, and that was the end of it. Is that how we are going to be doing it? People loot, you just recover the money and you let them be. If for say Nigeria and our other nations, maybe like China, do you think there will be anybody left? Do you think there will be anyone left? Because the more they do their research and they find out all these things, whoever is involved, whoever's signature was used or whose name was used in doing the whole fraudulent activity will be penalized. But we are not. We are in Nigeria, where what they do is they'll just tell you they've recovered this and then the person will go. The ones where they know now, what of the ones that they don't even know? How about the ones they are not, the government is not even aware of? Why are they even too poor mad for all this instead? Because even at the end of the day, if they all the money recovered, nobody has given us accounts as to how it was spent, where it went to. Instead, we see now borrow. Upon borrowing, they will still even borrow much more than what Abacha looted. They will still borrow much more. I beg. If the government is serious to fight corruption, every individual, we don't loot from this nation, they will go after these people and make sure they give them severe punishment, collect everything, whether including properties, anything at all, in cash or in property or anything, collect. Which kind gaslighting be this one? What kind of gaslighting is this? It doesn't matter if he died 50 years ago. If it is said or discovered that he looted, and there is every need for people to talk about it. There is every need for a recovery to be made. She never say answer the question, and the journalists are blamed because they don't even sabi how to ask questions. Someone said the husband kept money for Nigeria. Nobody's talking about the money. The husband saved money. Where is saver? Now the ones where he save for the US, where the US government, the Nigerian government know they are aware. Some of them are even those people, they alert Nigerian government out of their own benevolence. Till date, after many years, we are still talking about Abacha loot. They are still seeing money be repatriated, and you said nobody should talk about it. The one way is safe. Kai. Anyway, I shall don't blame anybody, sha. It's because we in Nigeria here, where at the end of the day, it is people who loot, who steal, now then they benefit. Shebi we here, one of the so-called bagman, Bagudu Abina Bugadu Abina, whatever it is they call him, Atiku Bagudu, one of the alleged bagman of Abacha, not being in this Tinubu administration, not being in the Tinubu's administration. So it's the same thing we are saying. There's no way these people will be able to fight this thing. The one where they bring back, they loot her. In fact, I feel like even the countries where this money have been stashed, they should just keep it there, because bringing this here and we are not seeing anything they are using it for is of no use. They will come and loot it again. So to me, I'm not even interested, because our government, they are not doing anything. When a better government comes, maybe somebody like Peter Obi, they can start telling us that there's money stashed somewhere by the Abacha's family or the Abacha himself, and then bring it back, because I know that is when we will get, account of every penny and how it was spent. Right now, these people here, they re-loot the money. That's exactly what they are doing. Please, Mommy Mariam, please, it is better you don't even talk about this. I would have preferred that. Because right now, you just rekindled the anger of Nigerians. And trust me, a lot of Nigerians will come for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Now, back to what I was saying about people leaving Tinubu's administration. Let me read out part of what was reported. Now, Sahara headline says Tinubu's aide Aliu Audu resigns. Says democratic values lost in president's unholy alliance with Wike. Aliu Audu, Senior Special Assistant on Public Affairs to President Bola Tinubu, has officially resigned, warning against what he described as an attempt to transform Nigeria into a one-party state under the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). Audu tendered his resignation via a letter dated June 8, 2025, submitted through the office of the President's Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila. In a personal statement accompanying his resignation, Audu clarified that his decision was not driven by political defection but by conscience. A copy of his letter says, "I write to formally tender my resignation as Senior Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs. Effective immediately, I remain deeply grateful to you, Mr. President, for the appointment to serve my fatherland under your visionary leadership. I especially wish to thank Mr. Juri Ngelale, the former Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, whose confidence in me, despite our brief acquaintance, led to my nomination on the 26th of August 2023. I am equally thankful to Your Excellency for graciously approving my appointment on the 9th of October 2023. It has been an honor to contribute to the public communication efforts of this administration. Please accept the assurances of the highest esteem and continued prayer for the success of your leadership and progress of our beloved nation." 2027. It's going to be really, really interesting. 2027 election. We'll all be alive to see this 2027. No. It's going to be really, really interesting. With all the scheming and the rest from the APC camp, I can tell you that there is a much more scheming by the likes of El-Rufai and some other northern political elites. I can tell you that there is a much more higher scheme going on, and from Nigerians too. Of course, we are, doing our own to see how we can have a free, fair election. Nigerians are not, relaxing. You see, say Nigeria, forget saying our social media talk, but I do know that Nigerians, they are prepared to really fight with, their sweat, all they've got, to see that, the person they go out there to vote in 2027 will be the person that INEC could declare a winner. 2027 is really going to be tough. I'm telling you the truth. We can see all the moves being made by, some of the people within the cabinet of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the likes of Nyesom Wike, who is already bragging how he's going to get, deliver River State to Tinubu, and how he's going to make sure that Tinubu gets 10% in FCT. So you cannot say, the strategic plan of these people to rig election, they don't already they facilitate the thing. Like, what is left is for the 2027 to just come on board. So we really need to rise up. I really commend all those people who have the balls to say, no, this is not what we signed up for. This is not what was promised when they took over office. So we are actually resigning. Yes, even though it's coming late to me, but then they say better late than never. So I really commend those people. People, even within the political party, APC, they are still trying as much as they can to voice out and say, no, Nigerians are suffering. What our administration is doing is wrong. I mean, like, I expected much more from these individuals who claim that they have what it takes to liberate Nigeria from the shackles, and chains that is being that is holding Nigeria and Nigerians down. Look at them at the end of the day. Even though personally, I wasn't really expecting anything from the Tinubu's administration. No. Because all those shout about he beat Lagos, all those ones are just cook and boo stories, you understand? When people have actually done the work, and then somehow you are living under the, how do I even put it? You are living under the covering, let me just put it that way, of those individuals that actually did the work. Now, so you just did. That's how it is. So I don't see anything we build, because there is no school where we say they go say, okay, you even renovate or you make up to standard like how it should be, the way Peter Obi do for Anambra State. So I don't know what people are talking about. I don't know what people are shouting up and down. Oh yeah, now come build in Nigeria here now. The same thing way you do one for Lagos. The same thing way they say you do for Lagos, do one for Nigeria. We are not seeing anything. So I beg, I know they surprised at all. I'm not surprised. Those people who are still hoping, good luck to them. Because you see this administration, from all the spendings the way they do on irrelevant stuffs, it's enough for me to conclude that they have nothing to offer Nigerians. They know they're ready. Because if they're ready, from the time of the Buhari, they would have been doing better and not coming here now, after Buhari's failure, to be apportioning blame up and down. So they don't have anything to offer. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly do leave your opinion in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the bell icon the moment you subscribe. That's where you get to know as soon as I upload video. Thank you so much, guys, for the love and the support. God bless you immensely. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.